Perks have always played a vital role during our time in the COD Zombies world. There are staples within the game such as Juggernog, Speed Cola and Stamina Up. But one perk that was once so vital has since lost its shine in the limelight, yet remains key when we go back to previous titles, and that perk is none other than Quick Revive. So, in today's video, we're diving into the history of Quick Revive to see where it all started going wrong for the beloved perk. The year is 2009. You spawn into the newly released DLC map, Verrucht, where we have a whole new system introduced, known as perks. And what better way to start than standing next to the good old Quick Revive machine, depending on spawn location of course. Now the first impression of Quick Revive was mixed. Yes, you had faster revive time when playing with teammates, and for 1500 points that could be pretty handy in said circumstances, especially in the tight corridors of Verrucht. But there was a downside. The perk was useless if you were playing solo. If you had no teammates, then this perk had no effect. So if you purchased this perk on a solo game, you got nothing in return. So the only use of this perk in a solo game was to waste your points. So what changed to make this perk so vital in future games? By the time Black Ops 1 had come around, Treyarch had decided that change was needed for Quick Revive. With its addition in Kino, Quick Revive would now carry forward the previous abilities of World at War when playing co-op, but the major changes came in the form of solo play. When playing solo, players now had the opportunity to purchase Quick Revive for a mere 500 points, which you already have when spawning in, meaning Quick Revive could instantly be purchased, as this perk also requires no power to obtain. Now not only was this perk cheaper for solo players, but its new and improved features meant that once you were downed in game, you no longer faced a game over, but instead got a second chance at the game, at a price of losing the perks you had equipped. Kino was the first time we saw this feature, and whilst a super strong upgrade to what the perk previously was, you were limited to 3 uses before the machine vanished from the map. So it was either third time's a charm or game over after that. This was a welcome addition from the community and could be seen all the way up until the end of Black Ops 3, but unfortunately for the perk, change was inescapable. With the plethora of changes that came with the release of Black Ops 4, especially surrounding the perk system, it was not a surprise to see changes in the way Quick Revive operates. And the changes to Quick Revive, in my opinion, is where the downfall started. Now you might be thinking, what exactly changed? Well, when it comes to Quick Revive, the key change specifically once again related to the solo experience, with the solo revive element being taken away. Instead, players receive a boost in health regeneration once hit, and when playing co-op, players receive faster revive times alongside the modifier, which instantly heals players to max health. And you also got a speed boost whilst regenerating health. Now, I like the idea of modifiers and the new bonuses they provide, but with so many good modifiers in the game, why would you pick something like Quick Revive to go in that slot? Hell, a lot of people now wouldn't even think of picking Quick Revive at all. So why did they move back towards the old and not so popular way of using Quick Revive? Well, this has to do with the new component that we see added in from now on, taking a few forms over the next couple of games, which was the self-revive. Now the self-revive system is different to future games, but in Black Ops 4, players were automatically given 2 self-revives to start with in the game, with a few exceptions where you could gain an extra revive, like completing trials on 9. When you were downed in Black Ops 4, this self-revive will activate, automatically picking you up and taking 2 perks. Little did we know that this would lead to an all new way of playing moving forward. With the release of Cold War, we once again saw the perk system shake up, back to a more traditional method, although with this we saw the introduction of tiers to perks, which were permanent upgrades you could earn from gaining ether crystals. Now I'm not going to go over each upgrade of the perk as it's going to add too much time, but instead I will put up a list of the upgrades available for Quick Revive. Whilst these tiers did help increase the capability of the perk, its main element, which everyone enjoyed, was still missing due to the continuation of self-revives. Although this time around, self-revives became purchasable via the workbench for 250 salvage. Now, I'm not against this, but what I am against is the unlimited number of these you can purchase, meaning as long as you can get to the bench after being down, you've basically got an unlimited cheat code, taking away the risk element of actually losing the game. And to this day, the use of self-revives remain the same. Even in our latest Zombies edition in Modern Warfare 3, self-revives remain prominent, limiting the use of the once beloved quick revive. And whilst you can still purchase these, as in both Cold War and Modern Warfare 3 there are no perk limits, the real question is, if there was a perk limit in these games, would you waste a slot on this perk with the modern day abilities it provides? I don't think you would, and I don't think I would either. Now, with the release of Black Ops 6 coming at us at a rapid pace, we have been told that self-revives will be returning, although this time with a free per game limit. And whilst it is a welcome move, the usefulness of quick revives still remains a shadow of its former self, pushed aside and limited. Which also makes me ask the further question, if we're bringing self-revives back but limiting them to free per game, why not go back to the classic quick revive system? Why would we need self-revives here in the first place, if we already had a solution to this problem? But the future of quick revive still remains the same, push aside and limited on what could be a great perk. Thank you all for watching the video, the support is greatly appreciated, and if you do enjoy the content, then feel free to leave a like and comment on the video, and why not subscribe while you're here as well? That would mean the world to me. Apart from that, I will see you all in the next video.